It is the 10th of March 2014. Many thanks for joining us on Ebru African News this afternoon. I'm KAMENE GORO, and we start off our bulletin with the mysterious disappearance of the Malaysia Airlines plane. Now, Malaysia's civil aviation chief has said that the fate of a missing Malaysia Airlines jet remains a mystery. Azharuddin Abdul Rahman said officials had not ruled out hijacking as a cause of the plane's disappearance. He further said all reported sightings of debris from the plane in the seas of South Vietnam remain unconfirmed.
New details have emerged on the Malaysia Airlines jetliner with 239 people on board that went missing on Saturday. Officials now suspect 2 passengers aboard were possibly traveling under stolen passports, raising questions of foul play. Luigi Maraldi, an Italian national whose name appears on the missing plane's passenger manifest, is alive and well on vacation in Thailand. He says his passport was stolen in 2013.
My friend from Italy sent me SMS and want to know if I'm stay good or not. And after he say, look, inside internet have a notice about one Italian man died. But they say, oh, impossible, I stay in Thailand.
Malaysia's Director General for the Department of Civil Aviation.
On the possibility of hijack, we are not ruling any possibility. However, it's important to state that our main concern is to focus our effort in finding the missing aircraft.
Search teams like this one from Singapore continue looking for signs of the missing aircraft. Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 disappeared about an hour into its flight. On Sunday, a senior source said that investigators were narrowing their focus on the possibility that the plane disintegrated in mid-flight. The plane's sudden disappearance makes this one of the rarest aviation disasters.
Tens of thousands of people in Ukraine have held pro-unity and pro-Russian rallies as Moscow continues to strengthen its grip on Crimea. Now, this comes as Ukrainian border guards say a plane came under fire while flying near the border with Russian-occupied Crimea as tension mounts with Russian forces tightening their grip on the peninsula.
Ukrainian authorities released video of what appears to show shots being fired at a Ukrainian border patrol plane. Border guards say the plane came under fire on Sunday while flying near the administrative border with Russian-occupied Crimea. A spokesman says 3 crew members were on an observation mission and no one was hurt. Russian forces tightened their grip on Crimea Sunday. The conflict has been bloodless so far, but tensions are mounting. Breakaway pro-Russian leaders in Crimea's parliament have decided to make the region part of Russia. Ukrainian Prime Minister Arseniy Yatsenyuk says he's fighting for the country's unity.
This is our land. Our parents and grandparents spilled their blood for this land. We will not give up a single centimeter of Ukrainian land. Let Russia and the Russian president know this.
Rival rallies continue throughout Ukraine, supporters of Russia and activists rallying for a unified Ukraine. Train passengers arriving in the Crimean capital of Simferopol had their bags inspected by pro-Russian vigilantes. Many Ukrainians ask, why is this necessary?
I have arrived from Kiev. I haven't crossed the border, so why do they demand that I let them check my bag? And they can't tell me what the reason for them doing this is.
Ukraine edges closer to a March 16th referendum to officially declare Crimea a part of Russia.
Moving to the Middle East, a suicide bomber killed at least 32 people after detonating explosives on a minibus at a checkpoint in the southern Iraqi city of Hilla. Now, all this according to police and medical sources.
The remnants of a suicide bomb attack in Iraq's southern city of Hilla. At least 32 people were killed and more than 140 injured in the blast, according to police and medical sources. An eyewitness explains.
This was a blast at a crowded checkpoint, Al Attar checkpoint, killing many innocent civilians and policemen.
The attacker approached the northern entrance to the largely Shiite Muslim city, then detonated the explosives. No official word on who was behind the bombing. and officials said the death toll is expected to rise. The situation in Iraq has been turbulent. A year of constant bombings killed at least 8,000 civilians in 2013. It's the highest it's been since 2008.
In an unfortunate turn of events, 42 African migrants have drowned when their boat capsized off the coast of Yemen. Now, according to the Ministry of Defense, through its website, the boat, which was smuggling dozens of migrants, overturned off the coast of Bir Ali in the southern Shabwa province. A Yemeni naval patrol in the Arabian Sea saved at least 30 people who were taken to a refugee camp in the town of Mefa. Over the years, African migrants, especially Ethiopians and Somalis fleeing poverty and unrest at home, moved to Yemen using crowded boats before heading north towards the Saudi frontier. Hundreds have died. According to the International Organization for Migration, in 2012 alone, about 84,000 people from the Horn of Africa countries flooded into Yemen, hoping to find jobs in Saudi Arabia and the Gulf countries. Moving to the latest in Syria, amateur footage posted on the internet appears to show fighting between rebel and government forces in rural areas of Hama and Damascus, as well as in Aleppo.
Amateur video posted on Sunday purports to show Syrian rebels loading and firing mortars and a government checkpoint being shelled in rural Hama. The video cannot be independently verified. Another video purports to show a government fighter jet shelling an area outside of Damascus. Commotion as people gather in what is said to be the aftermath of an explosive barrels airstrike in Damascus. Locals are seen helping the injured. Syria's civil war has killed over 140,000 people since it started 3 years ago, with no end in sight.
Libya's navy and pro-government militias have dispatched boats to a port held by armed protesters to stop a North Korean flagged tanker from leaving with crude sold without government permission. Now, the tanker docked on Saturday to press demands for autonomy and a bigger share of oil revenue. Local reports indicate that the ship had loaded $36 million worth of crude.
The rebel oil spill illustrates the deepening turmoil in the OPEC producer, which has failed to rein in fighters who helped oust Muammar Gaddafi in 2011, but who now defy state authority. Prime Minister Ali Zaidan said on Saturday the military would bomb the 37,000-ton Morning Glory if it tried to leave the port, one of Libya's biggest oil terminals, a threat repeated on Sunday by Culture Minister and government spokesperson Habib Al-Amin.
Orders were given and all efforts are being undertaken to stop and seize the tanker, if necessary by a strike if it does not follow orders.
There was no sign of any immediate military action, but the Navy and allied militias have sent several boats to stop the tanker from leaving.
Several Navy boats have been dispatched. Now the tanker's movements are under complete control and nobody can move it. The tanker will stay where it is.
Libya has been trying to rebuild its army since Gaddafi's overthrow, but analysts say it is not yet a match for battle-hardened militias that fought in the 8-month uprising. There was no immediate reaction from the protest movement made up of thousands of former state oil guards led by Ibrahim Jadran, who fought Gaddafi troops in 2011 in the east.
In Asia, tens of thousands of Japanese citizens turned out for an anti-nuclear rally in Tokyo as the nation marked the 3rd anniversary of the Fukushima disaster. Now, demonstrators congregated at Tokyo's Hibiya Park on Sunday, close to the central government buildings, before marching around the national parliament.
A somber mood at a candlelight vigil in Iwaki City near Japan's Fukushima nuclear power plant on Sunday. Nearly 1,000 candles were lit to commemorate those who died nearly 3 years ago in a tsunami and earthquake that sparked a nuclear crisis. 3 reactors at the Fukushima plant suffered meltdowns and radiation spewed widely through eastern Japan.
My best friend died in the tsunami and I have been dragging that feeling along. I am reminded when that day comes around again every year.
March 11th will mark the 3-year anniversary of a tsunami following a 9.0 magnitude earthquake that set off meltdowns at the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant. The tsunami killed nearly 20,000 people. Meanwhile, in Tokyo, thousands called for an end to nuclear power. Demonstrators gathered in front of the parliament, where former Japanese Prime Minister Naoto Kan spoke.
I believe that now is the crucial time for us to eliminate nuclear power, or we forgive the Abe administration, which is going in the opposite direction.
Prime Minister Shinzo Abe is keen to restart Japan's idled nuclear reactors to cut the cost of fossil fuel imports used by power stations.
We sum up our bulletin in West Africa, where the worldwide video games industry is expected to be worth more than around $87 billion by 2017, according to the market in Africa, which continues to largely remain untapped. However, all that is set to change thanks to several young startups in the Nigerian city of Lagos.
In this ordinary-looking office in the Nigerian city of Lagos, young entrepreneurs are working to create a gaming revolution. Until now, Africa's video game market hasn't figured on the global stage, but within just 18 months, the team here at Kaluya have created 70 online games whose popularity reaches well beyond Nigeria's borders.
Somebody comes in, remembers something he saw somewhere or outside, we discuss it, we put it in a game. So it happens. The idea can come from anywhere. And sometimes we also look at games that are very popular across the world and say, okay, look at this game, why is it popular? We try to learn from it and see how we can, apply that in our games, or even do an African version of that same game.
Kaluya, meaning action in the Igbo language of southern Nigeria, started with an initial investment of $250,000 and is now worth around $2 million, employing a dozen people. With 400,000 downloads over the last year and a half, its popularity lies in the simplicity of its games.
What I like in Nigerian video games is, one, the local content, okay? Because it tends to give you that everyday feel. For example, the Okada hustle, it tells you how you ride on your bike, trying to avoid so many obstacles on your way home or on your way to work. Two, it's very simple. All you need to do is gain as much coins as possible and avoid the obstacles.
But Kaluya aren't alone and need to score points against main competitor Malio, another young firm founded just 2 years ago. With most gamers in Africa preferring to play online rather than on home consoles, its founder Hugh Obi is well aware of the potential of the mobile market.
Mobile is massive in this part of the world. It has the highest penetration, especially for internet users. And we are exporting a lot of our games onto mobile.
With 100 million people using mobile phones in the African nation, cracking Nigeria's mobile phones games market would be a very good game to win.
That story wraps up our bulletin for you this afternoon. Join me at 9 p.m. for our primetime bulletin and a more comprehensive look at what's transpiring in our world today. Many thanks for your absolutely scintillating company. I'm KAMENE GORO, and from the entire Ebru Africa team, do have yourself a splendid afternoon.
Newline Limited, your one-stop shop for elegant and comfortable office furniture. Newline responds to your expectations for office furniture in a modern language. We offer a 5-year warranty period, including unit transfers within Nairobi. For more information, visit our showroom at Chester House, Loiter Street, Nairobi. Newline Limited, your success partner.
Floma, professional makeup.
Does your exterior complement your interior? Everyone needs a home that is inspired by nature. At Yenbo Limited, we offer durable, energy-efficient and affordable UPVC windows in attractive colors. Visit us at Wall Street Business Park of Mombasa Road. Yenbo UPVC windows, your desire, our challenge.
New Line Limited, we offer current, stylish, state-of-the-art kitchen and wardrobe appliances tailored to suit your preference. We offer unit transfers within Nairobi. Let your kitchen stand out today by visiting us at Chester House, Loiter Street. Your comfort and satisfaction comes first.
Floma, professional makeup.